What's up, guys? Copy 7789 here. Coming to you guys real quick with a locals report and an updated deck list. Um, Real quick before I get into that, I want to talk about YCS Seattle. In case you guys don't know, Inzectors ended up winning. Um, I am just absolutely baffled that the deck took first place. Um, Here's my thoughts on it. The deck is decent, but it is still not a very good deck in my opinion. Um, that's just me personally. Obviously, you guys are entitled to your own opinions. I've never, I mean, I played the deck originally. I didn't like it, um, and I just don't like the way the deck plays. It's one of those decks, like I said before, that doesn't actually allow you to play the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! It just destroys all your cards and all that kind of stuff. So yeah. Um, give you guys a real quick report. I went to locals. There were about 24 people, I think. I ended up getting top four. I'll go through my rounds for you guys real quick. Round one, I played Blackwings. Game one, I beat him relatively handily. Game two, he was able to swarm the board late in the game and had exact damage for game. If he didn't have that, I would have ended up beating him the next turn. And then game three, I just ended up completely smashing him. Round two. Round two, I believe, yeah, I played my buddy who was playing windups. I ended up beating him game one. Uh, Game one, I exploded. I mean, that's really all I can say. I opened up pretty well, and he opened up decent, but I basically had everything I had all the outs. And then game two, we were playing basically a grind game. I basically sat on Messenger with a heavy storm. He had a Messenger out. I sat on it until I felt like I was comfortable playing a heavy storm. Like we both basically got to the point where we had 5 back rows and he had 4 back rows and a Messenger up. I worked through the back rows and then basically went off with Armor and Birdman. Um, Round three, I played another one of my friends who was playing Dino Rabbit. Um, Ended up losing to him in 3 games. Um, he was maining D-Fissure, which game one I didn't really expect, and it kind of hurt me. Game two, I played around it most of the game, and then game three, he basically had the nuts. So, I mean, it's Yu-Gi-Oh! Not much I can do. Round four, I played 6 Samurais. Game one, it basically got down to a top decking war, and I top decked against him much better. And game two, he basically opened up with the full field. I blew up, and he managed to get rid of my field, and I just went into a Barkion, so he couldn't do anything from then on. Oh no, I'm sorry. Actually, I must reborn his Kagemusha, summoned something, and went into Barkion and just swung with Barkion like 3 times per game. And then round five, I played. I can't remember what I played. I won. I ended up going 4-1 in Swiss. Um, I can't remember what I played right now for some reason. I played my buddy who was playing Infernities. And game one, I opened up pretty well. I had a Thunder King out on him all game, and he just really couldn't get around Thunder King. Game two, I made a misplay, or I can't remember exactly what I did. And then game three, he went off into a max C, and I basically had all the answers for his field. So that was really it. Top eight, I played my friend who was playing windups again, and I opened up extremely well both games against him. And then in top four, I ended up losing to the same Dino Rabbit guy. Game three ended up opening up with Rabbit Tour Guide, and there really wasn't much I could do. My hand was not all that great in game three. So yeah, before I keep rambling on, I'm gonna get into the deck list for you guys. Um, I'm gonna show you guys main side and extra, or main extra and side. The side deck really is not all that well built. I kind of just took whatever I had from the Machina version and just kind of replaced things here and there. So yeah, in case you guys don't know, I did play the Karakuri version this time. So yeah, I'll just get right into it. Okay. Alright, so you start with the Geargias, play 3 armor. Sorry about that, guys. 3 armor is pretty standard. 3 accelerator, that's also standard. I did end up playing 3 arsenal today. It didn't clump as bad as I thought it was going to. I was really skeptical on playing 3 arsenal, but it worked out pretty well, so yeah. And then 2 MK2. I cannot say how much work this card put in. Being able to summon it, getting Arsenal from the grave, special summon another one, and going into rank 3s is so good. And then being able to summon him, get back like an armor, and go off with stuff like Birdman is awesome. So yeah, MK2 is really good. And it's easily searchable, that's why I only played 2. This card, you really don't want it to clump. You really don't want multiples in your hand. You just want to open with one, or search out the one and be able to get into the other. So yeah. Speaking of Birdman, actually, I ended up playing 2 Birdman. I set it out the second one a lot. However, it was nice to open with it a decent amount of times. Normally when I opened with it, I was able to make a play with it, so it was kind of nice. And then the other tuners, I played 1 Strategist and 2 Watchdog. That's all you really need to play in here. And then the other monsters, I played 2 Thunder King in the main. It was nice for a first turn summon when I didn't have the optimal openings, obviously. So yeah, Thunder King was pretty good all day. I can't complain. And then I also made 2 Effect Veiler. Yeah, not much I can say about Effect Veiler. It was good all day. So yeah. Onto the spells. I played 2 Duality. I actually thought about cutting these. I sided them out most game 2s. I'm still debating whether I want to main them or not. It was nice game 1 in order to get to the pieces I needed early. So, 2 dualities. Triple MST with the Karakuri version. I need to make sure that my opponent's back rows are out of the way. So yeah. Then Staples, Dark Hole, Monster Reborn, Heavy Storm, a Pot Avarice. This deck goes through the monsters really quickly, so Pot Avarice is good. And 1 Book of Moon. I hadn't been playing Book of Moon lately. I'm pretty glad that I decided to play it. It helped me stop a lot of plays against my opponent. It was really, really good. Traps, you play the Brigade. Have to. It's too good. 2D Prison, too good. 2 Bottomless. I Bottomless Saber Sources and Cabazols a few times. And it was good just to get rid of my opponent's problem monsters. So yeah. 2 Tarentuals. I know people aren't really big on Torrential right now in Geargia. I like it because of MK2s, at least in this version. Just being able MK2 really easily gets back the stuff that you need. And it also protects you from losing, because Mirror Force, it's too easily MST'd Mirror Force. I just like something that's chainable to a summon, instead of just sitting there while my opponent does whatever they're going to do, and they basically know that I have something that, when they attack, they know I have something other than Torrential down. Torrential is nice just because most of the time your opponent doesn't see it coming. So yeah, Torrential is really good. And then instead of Compulsives, I opted for Fiendish Chains. I'm really glad I played the Fiendish Chains in the main. They were really, really good all day. This is not going to change anytime soon. Yeah, Fiendish Chain's really good. It's really about all I'm going to say about Fiendish Chain. Onto the extra deck. Synchros, start off with the Synchros. Level 8s, I played 1 Scrap Dragon, Burrito, and Stardust. Those are my level 8s. That's all you need. Level 7s, I played 2 Berets and a Black Rose. It was really good. And then the last Synchro was Barkion. I'm really glad I played it. I could have gone into it multiple times. I did go into it once, and it won me the game when I went into it. It's just nice to have him for when you have the MK2s with a strategist. It's nice to just be able to go to him and not have to worry about traps, especially when you're attacking. It's really, really good. Barkion is really good. Rank 4s, I played Shockmaster. I don't really know what to say about it. I never went into it, and I also never wanted to go into it. So I was actually considering, because I play effect veilers in the main, I was actually considering playing Catastor over this thing. Um, I may test without Shockmaster and see how it goes, or I may do something else, which I'll show you guys here in a minute. One Fairy King, I think he's just too good, because most of the time you're just going to have Earth stuff on the field. The attack lowering thing is just incredible. Two Gear X's. What I was talking about is I may actually go down to one of these guys. Um, However, for now, I feel like two is optimal, because if the first one gets like bottomless or something, at least you have a second one to go into to be able to get to your MK2s or whatever you need. So yeah, two Gear X's. Papal Operative, I think that's fairly standard in extra decks now, and my stroke is absolutely standard in extra decks now. And then I played two rank 3s. I played Soul of Silver Mountain. I went into this thing like 3 or 4 times during the day. Um, it's so good to be able to lock down back rows, and then you can use his effect to get stuff back. It's just really good in my opinion. This card is really good. And then the standard rank 3, which is Zen Mains. Zen Mains is just ridiculous. I never went into it, but I felt like I needed to play it in case I needed to just sit on something for a couple turns until I drew into what I needed. Alright, I'm going to go through the side deck really quickly, because like I said, it was just kind of thrown together. 2 Max C, those are the only monsters. 2 Soul Taker and Mind Control. Mind Control was for the mirror if I played it. I didn't play any mirrors, so yeah. Soul Taker is just a good card right now. I played 1 Road. It only came in handy because I played against Blackwings, so it was good against Icarus attack, and it stopped the heavy storm, but this card for me is either a main or nothing. 2 macros. Because I synchro macro really doesn't hurt the deck all that much, and with not playing the Machinas, macro really doesn't hurt me that badly. And it's good to be able to get rid of my opponent's stuff, like especially with Mermails. There was someone playing Mermails. My buddy was playing Mermails, so it would have been nice to have this against it. I am siding Compulses, and I will probably continue to side Compulses. Rabbit is seeing a lot more popularity, and I feel like this card is not very good against Rabbit. And with Injectors now, probably going to see a little bit of a spike in popularity. Not as huge of a fan of this card, just because all it does is return their stuff to the hand, and I want to be able to just stop their plays, which Fiendish Chain does much better, obviously. It's good when they go into their Ixies, obviously, but Fiendish Chain just doesn't allow them to do anything, so yeah. 2 Shadows for Dark World Injectors. Obviously, I sided in when I played both the Blackwings and the Infernities. Shadow Mirror is just really good, in my opinion. And then I played Triple Gozen match. If I was playing the Machina version, I probably would have played Rivalry over Gozen match, but I felt like Gozen match was better in this version. Just because if I needed to go into Scrap Dragon when I was going off, and if I had this up, I could go into the Scrap Dragon, whereas I couldn't go into it if I was playing Rivalry. So yeah. So yeah, that's the deck, guys. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, of course. And yeah, thanks for watching, YouTube. Peace out.